LaMarcus Aldridge, I am going to have to. Wait, is Chris Webber in the Hall of Fame?
No,
Nope.
not yet.
For real?
Not yet.
I can't put LaMarcus.
And Juwan's not here, but he's always gunning for Chris Webber to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man.
If Chris Webber is not in the Hall of Fame, LaMarcus Aldridge can't be in the Hall of Fame.
I like that. I like that.
I agree.
What about Chris Bosh? Gotta think a little bit, don't you?
That's tough.
Yeah, that's a little.
I would.
He's an upstanding guy, so I think he would.
I would
get
have
in.
to give him the nod. I
What's
would
your
have to give
reason?
him the nod.
Crusher?
Because he's a champion. He had good numbers with and without LeBron James.
Two-time.
Yeah, and I think if his career wasn't cut short, he probably had a chance at another ring, possibly.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He was a multi-time All-Star in Toronto. Again,
You can't say that about LaMarcus Aldridge.
like Mino
Well, I
just
was like-
like
that's
Mino
what I'm
just
saying,
said, if he didn't have the health condition, he'd probably have more than one ring.
No, he got two
I mean,
rings, right?
Yeah, he got two.
He
He
got
got
two.
two rings.
He got two.
He got two. He probably had three, quite possibly. Who knows?
I think he would possibly get another ring because he would have followed LeBron James.
I believe it.
I believe he would have followed LeBron James and got another ring.
I believe it. At least he had one. Yeah, that's pretty. I can see him in the Hall of Fame. Joe Johnson is on this list.
ISO Joe.
ISO Joe.
He had great years in Atlanta.
He was
Great
solid.
scorer.
Boston,
He's
Atlanta.
a solid dude. I'm gonna say no.
Went to the big three. Came back. Where is he at now? I don't know.
I agree. If I'm gonna go on my standards, with a sprinkle of the NBA's, I'm gonna have to say no as well.
I look at the Hall of Fame like a prestigious thing that not everybody can get to. And so like I'm a gatekeeper of the Hall of Fame. It's naturally, intrinsically, I value championships. I really do. I know they say, oh, it's a team game.
It is, though.
So how you let T-Mac in his first try?
That was him. I don't think T-Mac should be in it. I
I
don't.
don't either. Definitely not first ballot.
So, I don't think a lot of people should be in it. I think it should be a select few of players that come along that, qualify for it. I think being a champion is very, very important. While I don't think that
But
people who don't win championships shouldn't be in it at all, I think that you should be,
I'm about to say, because you could take away that whole 90s class of players. Barclays, the Ewings,
But they were still
Stockton
elite.
Malone. If you
They
wanna
were the
say
obvious number one.
championship is very valuable. I get that.
They were the obvious number one option on their teams, you know what I mean? Like for years on end, and they it was in the Olympics and all that other stuff. So that's different. Mike dominated the decade, but like now you get into these players where
So
one player
Stacey
didn't
King
necessarily
should be
dominate.
eligible?
Who?
Exactly. Cliff Livingston.
I'm just saying, man. So it's a different discussion, but I'm very, I'm a gatekeeper of the Hall of Fame.
Amari
So-
Stoudemire.
I was about to say Rondo. You gonna skip Rondo, the point guard?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, see, you did it on purpose. You don't like Rondo, do you? I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. What's up? Put Rondo in the Hall of Fame.
I'm going to say no.
I figured you would.
I'm going to say no. And the reason I'm going to say no is that there's nothing that really stands out to me that he changed the game or I was like, oh man, he's dominant in this aspect. I mean, he's a great passer. He won a championship.
He's an amazing
with
passer.
Celtics. I get it.
Outside
He
of
And a
is the
champion.
point guard.
And he's the
But
point guard.
I mean, what did he bring?
Take a look at this year's Lakers in what year? How many years he been in the league? 15-ish? Look, when he's on the court, they're an obviously better team now, and he's years in. Like he can change a team.
This is the same Rondo was with the Dallas Mavericks.
That was a bad.
Oh, you want to skip that?
He turned that up quick.
You would bring that up.
Whoa.
I mean,
would bring that up.
let's talk facts. Though.
Okay, let's talk.
I'm on the bubble with Rondo. I think if he wins the championship with the Lakers, you got to put him in the Hall of Fame.
I agree. But now, right now, on this date, I would have to say no.
And I think Rondo knows that as well. I think a part of him trying to rejuvenate his career is because of the fact of the bad press he got from when he was with Dallas. And what was the other team? He was with another team.
Sacramento.
He
Sacramento.
was Sacramento. He was solid in Sacramento.
Yeah, but those were two experiences that I think didn't do so well for his career or his or his run for Hall of Fame. But if he win with LeBron, he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He don't like
I'm torn.
Yeah,
I don't think he needs to win with LeBron, but you know, I understand.
That's
why
his
you
only
would say
chance.
that. I understand why I would say that. Good luck to him. But anyway, Kevin Love. What about Kevin Love? Where's he at? I don't think so. I don't think Kevin Love.
I think the book is still out on him. I think
He's
that
been
these next
injured.
2-3 years will determine if he's a Hall of Famer.
He gotta
He's
get
been
out.
so
He gotta get out that
He was-
graveyard in
But listen,
Cleveland.
he was successful with the Timberwolves before he went, to where he was at.
And then the injury
You know,
stuff.
he's a walking double-double, a walking 20-20 guy.
Indeed.
When he's motivated and when he's healthy, it's just a matter of him putting in that work. These next few years. So
He hasn't stayed healthy. When he left the Timberwolves, like my biggest thing with Kevin Love is him getting injured in the playoffs when LeBron went crazy.
okay, that's one season though.
These things define almost like your career. When people think of you, like they're not necessarily gonna think of Timberwolves Kevin Love. They're gonna think of
But what did he do that year
and
they
that's
won
why-
a championship though?
And that's why I'm gonna give him an incomplete right now. I'm gonna give him an incomplete.
I can see you giving him the incomplete. And again, just piggybacking off Mendo, when you compare similar players. As much as I don't like him as a person, it has nothing to do with his commentary because I hate that shit too.
Chris Webber.
But if Chris Webber's not in the Hall of Fame, I can't put Kevin Love in the Hall of Fame right now.
That's a
Agreed.
good litmus test, real talk. Because
Yeah.
Chris Webber's not a Hall of Famer.
So let me ask you guys this question since we know Chris Webber. Why do you think
Even
he's not in the
college.
Hall of Fame? To be honest,
Because he won't admit.
what he up for it?
that's what it is.
Because he won't
Think
admit.
so?
Hey, real talk.
That's why I don't like him as a player. Like, the man's dead, and he's still lying on his man that he never got any benefits. You know what I'm saying? All of the other guys haven't been, so it was just you. You, the number one player in the country that year. You was the only one that did. Come on, man. That's trash.
Come on, man.
That's trash.
I think Chris Webber should like make amends with Jalen Rose, like Kobe and Shaq did on the NBA TV special, and like that would be nice for his legacy. I think.
On the behalf of my man Jalen Rose, watching Jalen and Jacoby, he has mentioned that he has reached out to Chris Webber.
Right.
And has offered him an open platform to come on the show, and Chris Webber has yet to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just what they telling me. That's just what Jalen was telling me. So on the show,
I remember him saying that actually, nice to bring that up, and that's unfortunate
That's
because it's like
definitely a soft move.
I think that he should do that. I think it would bode well for his whole outlook. Period. But we'll move on. Derrick Rose, last but not least. D Rose, the man. Chi-Town Morning Bread.
I wish. I'm gonna say no, but I wish he was a Hall of Famer.
He said, "I'm a Hall of Famer in my eyes." This year, didn't he say that? I'm a Hall of Famer in my eyes.
Definitely
Look what
has
I
a
did.
Hall-
Look what I've been through.
He
I
definitely has
made
a
it.
Hall of Fame talent. He definitely has, that cachet. But
He said,
It's
I made it.
dangerous.
I'm a Hall of Famer, and for my people. That's what he said, right?
Does it
And
depend
that's
on
why-
how he finishes his career?
it could be because he could be a Grant Hill story.
my thing is,
He could be a Grant Hill story.
D Rose is not a Hall of Famer, and it's not his fault. It's injuries, and and that's unfortunate. But at the same time, we are talking about the Hall of Fame, and you have to take injuries into account. And because of that, he does not make the Hall of Fame. Point
So
blank.
you saying like he's like a Grant Hill?
yeah, and
Oh, T-Mac.
like everybody in
Brandon Roy.
Chicago probably think he's a Hall of Famer, but
Like Brandon Roy-
realistically, no,
Yeah.
man. Like,
What?
Come on, man.
Brandon Roy.
No, I'm saying like if Brandon Roy had continued his,
Oh,
Man.
his section, yeah.
you know what I
he's
mean?
definitely-
He would have been Hall of Famer. Grant Hill, Hopsy, probably on the way to Hall of Fame.
But look again, T-Mac still made it.
Damn, that's true though. T-Mac still made it though. That's what I'm saying. Like
If
stuff
Chris
like
Webber is not in the Hall of Fame,
That's
and T-Mac is,
man, look, I don't like that, man. I don't like that.
Chris Webber, man, please, confess to your sins, bro. We get it.
Yeah, man, just come to terms with everything, man. That'll be good for him.
I'm going off you to come on the show, but you already heard me say I don't like it.
It's all good. Hey, he should want to come on the show to debate you. No, it's okay.
gonna call timeout on that.
My
My bad.
Hey, but thank you, though.
My bad, bro.
I appreciate it.
R.I.P.
Nah, he
Dean
definitely not
Smith.
gonna be in the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you for the ring.
R.I.P. Dean Smith, the GOAT.
All right, so next topic we had on the sheet was officiating, but Phil has a opinion about this topic. What is that, Phil?
We talk about this all day, every day, and I
You
feel
said
like
it's
there's
overrated.
nothing. It's overrated. There's nothing we can do about it. We get that, officials.
So because it's
F
nothing you feel there's nothing we can do about it, you're saying we shouldn't talk about it at all.
I think that it's something that we're beating a dead horse that's literally in the ground, dead.
No, I think we're
I think
trying to be an
I
elephant
think-
in the room. How about
I
that?
think we need to talk about it because it's alarming
Okay.
the number of calls that have been overturned, and the fact that as a professional in any profession, you want the game to be called as fair as possible. And when
Tim Dunham.
and when and with this new coach's challenge, it's showing the flaw in these refs. And by all means, no one is perfect, but to some degree, there is a level of expectation that you should have in your profession. Like, can you imagine if they did this for like doctors? Like the
Right.
number of operations that really went right out of the number of operations that went wrong.
Yep.
And then it came out like, well, yeah, 33% of operations go wrong and 66 go right.
I got
Like,
some statistics.
So what's
you be
specific?
like, oh, hell no.
I got some numbers
Before
for
you
y'all.
get to the numbers, what specifically do you want them to change as far as the officiating?
If it was up to me, I just believe that there needs to be more. Me personally, I think there should be more coaches challenge. Like,
Yep.
like,
Even like 3 a game or something. 2 a
like
game.
because
One for each half.
my thing is if this coaches challenge is showing that you fucking up this much on this small sample size.
I remember Memphis didn't cuss on the podcast. I don't remember that.
No, I don't like to use
Go ahead.
language.
Go
I
ahead.
don't like
Go
to
ahead.
use language that's
You're
not
good.
used in
You're
corporate
right.
America.
You're right. I
Okay.
know. Go ahead. It's
They
just
say
funny.
they say fuck all the time in
Fuck
corporate
that
America.
shit,
Damn, I hear all that in corporate
All right,
America.
go ahead.
All right, but yeah, what I was saying was like, I think there should be more coaches challenges because we're only seeing the refs fuck up on a small sample size
Mm-hmm.
because there's only one per half. What is it? One per game or one per half?
One per game.
One per game. How many calls are made in a game? Go ahead, Tweet. Drop that knowledge real quick. Go ahead.
So before you get that, hold on. One
Phil
last thing.
dragging his stats.
One last
Phil
thing.
don't like this.
Do you want them to challenge every single call? Like,
I don't want them to challenge. I just said.
Now you want to throw
I-
some strings at you.
No. I just said I wish that there was more challenges. The coaches should, and I don't think refs. I don't think coaches should get penalized with a
Don't make it
timeout neither.
Mm.
Huh?
Okay.
I really
That's all I
don't.
take.
so as far as challenging, you think that they should challenge everything? As far as
Oh, all right.
what
All
are
right.
the
Let me
limits?
answer
What are
that.
the limits?
I believe that the refs. I believe that the team should get at least one challenge per half.
That'll be solid.
I want to say one per quarter, but everybody gonna say that's
Oh
too.
my God,
yeah, that's
that's
too
too
much.
You're not getting what
But-
I'm saying.
but-
Do you want them to challenge anything and everything?
Or
No.
keep it at
No.
what they got it at.
Like
I prefer them to keep it.
traveling.
No.
I prefer them to keep it how it is. The parameters and the guidelines that they have with it now, with it goaltending, fouls. What else is it?
So that's part of the stats actually. So all their challenges right now is a called foul, out of bounds, or goaltending / basket interference.
Right.
And now that we're here, I think it's interesting. So apparently they take account those three topics of 2 challenges, and then they take the number of challenges, the number of successful challenges, basically successful divided by unsuccessful, and the overturn rate. So the overturn rate, basically the success rate of the coach from challenging the call of a called foul. This is total as
Just
of
fouls.
just a call foul.
Just foul.
As of December, these stats are as of December 20th. Call foul success rate or overturn rate for coaches is 42%. That's just a one topic.
Come on, fam.
And I'm glad Juwan not here because he wouldn't allow us to talk about the.
This is
the
missed
officiating.
foul call.
This is 42% of of
overturn
coaches
rate.
challenging
Every time a coach is
a
challenged,
foul,
That it
a
was a
foul,
foul,
that is overturned.
it's
Or that it wasn't
overturned
a foul.
42%.
That the
Either
call was
one.
either
Okay,
one.
okay.
Either one.
It's overturned 42%
Almost half
of the
the
time.
time.
Almost half the time in that sample size, the ref is wrong.
Let me give
They
you,
call a foul.
let me give you some specific numbers. So the number of
Tell me in what profession you can get away with doing that type of work.
Hey, and this is what, hey, look, Minnow, real quick.
Not
This
that
is what
bad,
me and
though.
Minnow was talking about the other day. Like, my theory was this challenge thing,
Skydiving.
this challenge, oh, that's fucked up.
Either way.
Will
That's
you?
one or the other.
Hey, but look, this challenge thing is the coach's statistics. Yeah, the players are measured by points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks. Now the refs are measured as
Yup.
well. What's up?
Yup.
What's
Yup.
up?
That's why I believe there should be more.
And
Because
look,
that sample size right there is small, but that's a 42% sample size showing that the refs mess up.
I got some more numbers for you. Look, the 254 total challenges were made. So they were and this was challenging a foul call. 254 were challenged. 106 of them were successful. 148 were unsuccessful.
So 42%.
42% was a success rate. All right, let me go forward. So out of bounds calls, 37 total were challenged, 28 were successful, 9 were unsuccessful. So that's a 76% success rate from the coaches for an out of bounds call.
But then you wonder why the players.
Now, I got a question on out of bounds call.
Uh-huh.
Now, this isn't whether or not a foot was on the line. This could be, who
When the-
stands
yeah.
at the last. Now, that can be a bit difficult at times, I get it.
True.
But that foul stuff,
Foul is like,
that's alarming.
yeah. yeah. I think
Come on,
so
man.
as well. I think so as well. So let me, the next one, third one.
We got all this technology.
Yeah.
Fuck
Today.
it. Get rid of the refs. Let's go
So,
straight
see,
to
no.
robots.
See, here you go. But look, let me just do this. Look, goaltending slash
Jetsons.
basket interference.
Listen.
The last thing, goaltending slash basket interference. 12 total were challenged. 7 were successful. 5 were unsuccessful. So the coaches have a 58% success slash overturn rate on goaltending slash basket interference.
If I'm a coach, I want more challenges. Just off of that information alone, I'm like, okay, either I need more challenges because your refs can't call the game, apparently.
Here's my thing.
I'm not going to James Harden.
If it was me, in an effort to solve this problem, but appease the fans and keep the game,
Exciting.
Fast pace.
exciting
You gotta-
at its
you gotta keep
current
the pace
level
up.
of pace,
Yeah, keep the pace up.
would you bring in another ref to have another angle?
So how many
for
refs
everything?
they got right now? Three every game. 4. I mean, it's 4 sides of it. Like it's a square court, it's rectangular court. Get 4. That's fine. I'm good with that. Take some money from somewhere else to make sure we have. Look, me and Miffy was talking about this other day. I just want the refs to be consistent. It don't matter if we call in hand checking, call it. If we call it verticality on whenever somebody drives to the court, call it that way. I just want a consistent officiating so players can know, because now it's like a lot of players, they talk to the refs because they don't know. It's like, okay, what's going on tonight? Are the refs gonna call it one way, or are they gonna call it another way? Just be
And
consistent.
here's my thing. Like, I understand adding a new ref adding another ref would help. But me and Tweety was watching the game the other day, and I forgot who it was. I forgot who was playing. But he did a pump fake. And
Did the James Harden
and
Wade
did-
stuff?
no, remember he did the pump fake, but then he
Oh
stuck
no, you're right.
out.
That was Joe Ingles. When he
Joe
was playing-
Ingles.
playing somebody else. He's playing the Kings or something. It was somebody lowly, but they called a defensive foul on Joe Ingles pushing his ass out on a 3-point. The dude.
Well, we've seen that
flew by
done
him.
that
No,
time.
this was blatant. This was blatant.
Nah, bro.
This
And
is
the ref was standing right there.
Minifee was like, I'm right here looking at a TV screen and I see that.
And I see this happening, and I forgot who it was, but he was going off, and I was like, I was like, I get a tech on that.
Yeah, you gotta get it.
I was like, as a player, I'm getting a tech on that because that don't make no sense. How are you as a ref standing right there and don't see that he pump faked and then stuck his butt? He was behind him. Buddy
pushed his
flew
ass out.
behind him. He was behind
He
him.
damn near
Buddy
injured him.
stuck right. Buddy fell to the ground. He stuck his ass out and then shot. And they called a defensive foul on Buddy. I was like, unbelievable.
Question.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do you?
I'm getting attacked. Like, I'm getting attacked. I almost tore my leg. Fuck, messing around with you too? Nah. And you stay like he was standing right there. Like that just blew me. I'm just like, that makes no sense.
So okay, another suggestion to combat this. What if there's any type of video training, whatever the hell the referees
See caucus?
see or go through, whatever their process is, whatever they see, whatever videos, whatever handbooks they get, do you feel that those should in turn be available to all organizations so that maybe assistant coaches or directors of player personnel or whatever can familiar themselves with it so they can let
I think what you're talking about is consistency, a consistent message.
I just
Throughout
thought
the night.
I just thought about something.
A group me.
I think that that's not
A group?
No, that's not gonna work. I was thinking that they should just take more time before they actually make the call to like have a conversation with the other refs. Like, yo, did I make the right call? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of them, like, they pride be on the line. Like, no, I made this call and it's absolute
Right.
type. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
I feel like if they was to take more, like, even if they was to take, like, make call a foul, and then it's like, come on, like, it be so blatant. They'll show it on the Megatron, on the big screen. They'll show
Autobots engage.
They'll show it on the big screen. The whole crowd will see it and go off, and the ref will just be sitting there like,
No, you have
Nope.
I know.
But
It's
did you
like,
lose,
come on,
though?
man.
I just don't want a baseball game though.
Yeah, no, so more time is not
That's
going.
the thing.
They want to get away from that.
Is America and China and the world as basketball fans willing to give up this fast-paced game that we see now?
No, I don't. Me
For
personally, I don't
more-
care.
for-
Like the game already
for
go
more
fast as
consistent-
hell.
I'm
Like,
saying for a more consistent call.
absolutely. As a
For consistent
fan, as a fan, I want what's fair. In life, I want what's fair. Okay. Like,
On
so
life,
when I
man.
watch, that's on life, man. That's on life. But no, so when I'm watching my basketball and I see a ref make a wrong call, I'm like, bro, like, how much is he getting paid to do this? Like you get paid X amount of dollars to do this, to get called, to make the right
Call
call.
the game the right way.
And you showing me these statistics where they're all failing in this small sample size. You getting fired. You can't do that in corporate America. You getting fired. You getting called in the office like, sir, this is
We gotta
numbers
talk about
show.
this.
First quarter, your calls was off by this amount.
Hey, look.
Second quarter, your calls was off by this amount. We're gonna give you one more quarter, but after that,
Hey, it breaks it down from quarter to quarter as well. The stats.
that's what I'm saying. Like
So
in
let
corporate
it go.
America, that type of stuff does not fly, especially those type of numbers. Nah, bruh. And everybody's like, nah, man, I don't even like the coach's challenge. Why not? Why? Give me one reason why you don't like the coach's challenge.
People don't like challenging authority. All right, and all I'm gonna say to end this real quick is, we sit here and talk about. We just talked about who to.
Because
And
I
this
just
should be talked about. It should be talked
bro,
about.
because that's imagine you betting on the game, right? Like okay, everybody has their thoughts and stuff about betting. You know what I'm saying? Is it morally
Shout out
right or
to
whatever? Is it morally wrong, whatever, right? But let's just say you was a betting man and you bet on the games, right? And you see a call that cost you like $500, $1,000, and you sitting here like that was not off on him. That was off on Jimmy Butler. Everybody see it, but that call cost you $5. You flipping
look.
shit.
Hey,
And I'm waking up the next morning like,
Yeah.
you see the NBA said that they would have overturned that.
Right.
That's the
right.
biggest thing
And then you make it well, I told y'all I was right.
Them 2 minute reports.
And then your money gone. You right?
That back, bro.
So look, that's
Say right.
the 2-minute report. Like that was the beginning. That was the beginning.
I'll be super pissed.
And look, Adam Silver is he's going to keep doing stuff like this every year, and I appreciate Adam Silver for doing this, because now again after this year they look at the stats and they can be like, all right, so what happened? Well, we got to change. So all I'm saying is, look, we sit here talking about who's in the Hall of Fame, what's their numbers, blah blah blah. We should be able to hold the refs accountable too. This should be a ref Hall of Fame too. For the fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, what do we?
They in the game too,
Hey,
right?
they part of the game, right?
Real quick before we go into the next topic. Before we started, remember we were talking about how the Nuggets need to free Michael Porter?
Yeah, 25 tonight.
Si, senor.
25 on 11 of 12 from the field.
I tried to go school, but he on my team already.
Free him.
He sent me Michael Porter too. That I was like, sure. Except
Free.
Never mind. Okay. Well, that's good. So who all played? Did Millsap play and
Millsap played
Gary Harris
57
played?
minutes.
wow.
Millsap played.
That's what I
Millsap
already
played-
looked at.
Millsap
I was
played
being
more
quiet
minutes.
for like 5 minutes.
Millsap played more minutes than Jokic.
How many minutes
What?
did Gary Harris play?
What's the end of the
Gary Harris played 37 minutes.
What was the end score?
Damn.
What was the
What
end
Will
score?
Barton play?
Will Barton played 33 minutes.
So where does minutes coming from?
The other two guards didn't play. Torrey Craig and Beasley, but everybody else played at least 20 minutes aside from Morris. Morris only played 14 minutes.
They might have freed him, Phil. They might have freed him already.
Listen, I've been raving about this boy since before he got hurt. That he's that guy.
I mean,
Before he got hurt, he should have been the number 1 pick.
I'm about to go send Mike a trade real quick. But look, I was looking on the other day when he dropped 19 and 6 on the 29th against Sacramento. That was but Millsap and Gary Harris didn't play. But then the game after that, he dropped 7 and 3. So I'm like, okay, back to normal.
Right.
Well, I guess
All
I
he
guess
needs
he's
is
free.
opportunity. Some people just need opportunity.
And he's the one. So I really want to talk about trades, but okay, say that for later. But
We actually are on trade.
we all trade. So I wanted to like go through every. So all right, fuck it. Denver. What should Denver do? So we were talking about this offline. So should Denver trade, and who should they trade? And to free Michael Porter.
Well,
Should
maybe
they
they
get
don't
somebody?
need to now. If they sit a couple cats.
Right.
Right.
Torrey
I think
Craig.
the thing is sitting the two guards and giving Michael Porter more minutes. Michael Porter can't handle the ball, so I think that maybe they realize that they don't need to have 3 to 4 guards available a night. You know what I'm saying? When you have 2 guards, 2 wings, and your center can all handle the ball if need be.
I truly think the Nuggets need a go-to 2 or 3, because I feel like Joker and Murray, they're amazing supporting cast, but they're not dog players. They're not no dogs. They're not no let's go
Jokic-
get this bucket.
Joker's a
In
supporting
the clutch,
cast player.
he would be an amazing supporting cast player. He'd be part of a big 3. Him and Murray would be part of a big 3. But I think they need a go-to
He might
2
have
or
to be part
3.
of a big 3
Michael
now.
Porter could be that.
I'm saying win a championship. That's all I'm thinking.
I'm telling
Like to
you.
put this team over the edge, they need a go-to
They got
wing
the
player.
pieces, man. They got the pieces. They got the pieces over there.
to win
It's
a
just
championship.
I think so, absolutely.
You
It's
think
just
they
a
win
matter
the
of them just the
I don't win the
plan.
championship this year.
If I'm a betting man, no. I
Okay,
think-
why? So who they need to win the championship? Next
Mike
year.
Porter is one of them for
Okay,
sure.
so okay, next year.
lied.
Next year, are they winning the championship, Bill?
I don't. There's a lot of things that can change between there and here and next year. Tweedle,
I'm
you
saying
know that.
with Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James in the league and
You said
Giannis,
Kawhi
who are they putting? Forget dude. Who are they beating? Who are they beating? And what needs to happen? That's what I'm saying. What needs to happen?
So we all understand that the Clippers and the Lakers are the lead of the league, right?
Okay.
Okay. Michael Porter is a phenomenal player. I'm high on him,
I know
but
you
he's
are.
still young. He's
So
still,
are you
you know what I'm
saying
saying?
Michael
It's
Porter
a takes
needs
experience.
time?
Well,
What
he
do you
needs
think?
time. He needs time.
Okay. How much time?
I'm not a scientist.
I'm asking you.
You know, there's
Well, he
no
hasn't even
tangible
played a
number.
full season.
Right? Come on, man. That's unfair, Tweedle. It is.
So no one knows what the Denver Nuggets need to win the
I
championship.
just think that they,
Well, I do think that they need to get rid of players like Paul Millsap.
Okay.
They need, it's the West. They already have a big man in Jokic who can get up and down the floor, but not with the likes of a Clint Capella or Anthony Davis or even a Montrezl Harrell. To be honest with you.
Right.
So I think they need a bit more youth, a bit more mobility, a bit more athleticism in the front court.
Modern day Sabonis.
Who? Joker?
Nah, he moved better than Sabonis.
It's Sabonis.
We call
I
Sabonis
never,
late in his career.
I never
Right.
seen video of Sabonis back in the day when they said he was
better.
that dude.
Shout out to his son, Montes. Whew.
Yeah, he did his
Nice.
thing. He holding the family name for sure. I'll give him that. Other trade rumors. So Darren Collison, it was in the news that he might, consider a return from retirement. He retired out of nowhere.
The cynical side of me right there.
What's going on, Phil?
So he retired because of religious reasons, right?
No, spread the word. So why did he retire?
He retired. The reason why he retired is because of his religion, and he felt like he needed to do what he needed to do as far as take that journey with his religion.
Okay.
Now he wants to come back. I'm just curious to know, like, what in process of him talking to the man above that he's like, I think you should go back to the league. This is the cynical side of me. Like, is it the money?
I don't
Is
know.
it, like, what is it? But, I mean, he's a good player. I think he can help anybody, whether it be the Lakers, Clippers, or any other contenders out there.
Who should he go to?
I
In
don't
a
know.
perfect world, who would you want him to go to?
Come on, man. I'm not that, I don't pick side, bro. Like,
Unfortunately,
I'm not that
I'm
dude.
trying to get him to pick a side. Never mind. I think Darren Collison should go to the Clippers because they don't have any point guard on their roster right now at all, and I think
Pat
he would
Bev?
be great. Pat Bev ain't a point guard. Shooting guard.
What's he listed as?
Point guard / shooting guard, but it's a shooting
Still a
guard.
point guard.
Nah. So Collison will be great for their team, or I wouldn't even say the Lakers because you can just get in LeBron way. So I don't know. Somebody, I think Clippers. So who else? Who else is on the trade block? I think Kevin Love was out there too.
Yeah,
I think a report came out that they're definitely trying to trade him, and it's basically gonna happen. But where should he go? Should it be Portland or somebody else?
I think
I think
at
Denver
the end
was
of the
out
day,
there
it's gonna come down to whoever has the most assets for that team.
I think Portland needs to pull the trigger on the trade. Just looking at the makeup of their squad, they need a stretch four. Like they need a legitimate big like stretch four who can not only spread the court for Dame and CJ, but I think that'll also help. Huh?
So fuck Melo? I was about to
No,
say.
I think that'll help Melo. That'll also help Melo. But Melo right now, he's not doing it for them because of the style of his game. Yes, he's a scorer, but it doesn't help, especially on nights when he's inefficient. As you can see, aren't they like on a 5-game losing streak?
And to your point,
Something of that nature.
stretching the floor, I think that their problem isn't offense, it's their defense, the interior side. And I think Kevin Love is the type of person that's a shot blocker. They need their team back healthy. They need Nurkic back. They need that young boy, Collins back. Shot blockers, people that can alter the game. They can score with the best.
My thing is Nurkic. I think if he was healthy, they wouldn't be in this predicament, but he's not. And so because of where they're at now, it's like, do you wait for Nurkic to come back?
When is Collins coming back? When aren't they both coming back this year?
And then you got Whiteside.
both
You
like
don't know
around
what
All-Star
Whiteside
break,
you gonna get.
Supposedly.
So if they're both coming back, I don't think they necessarily need Kevin Love because it's the offense isn't their problem. Shooting threes isn't their problem. It's them defending the interior paint. Kevin Love is not that answer, bro.
So what see this Portland right now? They're like
they should be out of the
They're like
playoffs.
the 10th seed. No, they're like the 10th seed.
Yeah, they're not in the playoffs.
And I think Kevin
Can you
Love,
confirm that for me real quick, please?
whatever
They're
seed
not-
they in,
they're
I just don't think
Okay.
Kevin Love
So-
will help them.
So they the
They're a
9th
game
seed
and a
right
half
now.
out of the playoffs.
They the 9th seed right now.
Yeah.
Y'all think they gonna make it to the All-Star break without Nurk?
I don't think that there's anything going to change with Kevin Love. I'm telling you, their problem is not their offense is stretching the floor out, Menifee. It's them stopping somebody.
So what are they
Kevin
gonna do?
Love can't guard a chair.
When I watch them play, it's not even about Kevin Love because I feel like you can hide his defense when you have Hassan Whiteside on the court. When I watch them play, I feel like Damian Lillard works too hard to get his buckets.
Way too hard.
And that's a problem. You shouldn't, Dame shouldn't be having to score 35 a night in order for y'all to have a chance to win a ball game. And Melo, he's a good scorer, but he's not the best three-point scorer that they have. And I don't think he's the rebounder that Kevin Love ever was. And I think if you add that to this team, then you have a better chance of maybe doing something because right now they're not doing anything.
Playoffs first.
They're not doing anything right. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they're
I
not
think
even
Kevin
gonna
Love
make
will
the
bring them to the
playoffs.
playoffs. Kevin Love will knock OKC out and they'll be in the playoffs. If they got Kevin Love, they ain't winning nobody championship though.
My
They
thing
get out
is,
first
my
round.
thing is, you don't even have to like Melo could still start if you got Dame, CJ, Melo, Kevin Love, and Hassan Whiteside.
Melo gonna start at the 3 though,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, why not?
because he can't guard nobody.
Melo
That's
at the
why.
3.
But anyway, so I do think Kevin Love should be moved, and I do think the Blazers would definitely benefit. But I mean, there's a lot of teams out there that would love a stretch four like Kevin Love, though. So you never
Get
know.
back, Nurkic. Get back, Collins. Get help.
Like, what if the Bucks got Kevin Love or something like that?
That'd be nice, and that's what the Bucks need to do to keep Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
cause he out of here.
if the Bucks traded for Kevin Love, they would look similar to or a little bit better than they did last year when they had Mirotic.
They got pieces. They can play trade Ilyasova and a couple other pieces in the draft pick or something. So I don't know. Who else is on the trading block? Anybody else heard anything? Has who is it? Iggy went to the Lakers yet? But no, not yet.
Not yet, not
But they did say that they are going to trade
yet.
him.
Yeah, the Grizzlies being selfish.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies are going to trade him, but they're looking at their team and they just trying to get the most they can for him.
Oh yeah, and Dwayne Dedman got fined $50,000 for saying that he wants to request a trade.
Is this the first time we heard this before?
I knew you.
Like people requesting trades?
No.
That's why I brought it up in the group because AD got fined for bringing it up when they leaked it to the press, and I was like, hey, shouldn't Devin get fined because he just came out and said he wanted to be traded? Like they just
Right.
came out with a rule saying you can't do that.
Yeah. So Devin just got paid though, didn't he? So
Right, he don't care.
he good. I think Devin can help a couple people though. He can stay healthy. So I don't know. So that's all for the trade rumors
Really
right
quickly,
now.
though,
Oh, yeah.
that I did notice. So they said yesterday as the Blazers took the floor, a random rumor had started surrounding CJ McCollum on social media. It said that NBA Twitter caught fire after people on Twitter were talking about how ESPN's NBA insider Woj, of course, was discussing trade rumors on ESPN regarding the Trailblazers shooting guard CJ McCollum with speculations with teams including the Heat, Celtics, Bucks, and Sixers.
Okay. Yeah, I googled that. It says Sixers interested in CJ McCollum.
I think it is time for them to break that up though.
Why?
That backcourt.
You just talking about how they was.
I like both of them for sure.
I like
But,
both, but it's like they both at a standstill. It's not going nowhere.
He's not going nowhere, bro. You gotta change something else.
I think
CJ to
run
Philly
his
would be
own
nice,
team.
but who would you give up?
You think CJ can run his own team?
No, I'm saying I think CJ has the skills to
Run his own
lead
team.
his own team.
Really?
That's
The same Lehigh boy.
No.
I'm just saying.
Philly would be a good look, and Milwaukee.
Philly would definitely be a good look.
Milwaukee got
Philly
Middleton.
need a clutch player toward down the stretch.
There's another shooter. I like that.
Who would they give up?
Do they got a first round?
Sixers ain't got nobody left. Shit. Like
Would
bench
you
is
get rid of
terrible.
Richardson?
I like Richardson though. Like I don't
He
know.
can defend. And CJ is another person who guard this year.
I agree.
I mean, like, he's
They ain't really
Yeah,
got
Embiid just needs to
bench
stay
and all
healthy.
that either.
That's all. Philly will be successful. Embiid just stay
Milwaukee,
healthy.
who they got to offer?
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Milwaukee got assets. I think.
They can't get rid of Eric. I doubt Portland would want Eric Bledsoe.
No.
No, because it'd be like that's
kind of like a downgrade.
yeah, that's a downgrade.
At that position, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very excited for this trade season though. I think a lot should happen, and I think a lot will happen. but
When is the
we'll
trade
see.
deadline? Anybody know?
The week after All Star.
Yeah, I know it's February, but let's see. NBA trade deadline is February 6th.
I think-
Four.
Thursday, February 6th. Ain't that earlier?
That's
usually.
early.
That's before All Star next weekend.
That trade deadline might determine who wins the ship. Quite possibly.
I mean, the Lakers don't have to make a
think
move.
so. I don't think so. I think, man,
Like,
if Darren Collison really decides to come back, and he chooses either one of those LA teams, they immediately get a crazy boost.
and I think a lot of people know
Darren
that too.
Collison plays both ends of the floor.
Yep.
He's smart. He can hit the open shot with ease. He can control the floor if need be.
Yep. Shoot the three.
Push and
create.
That's going to be a big signing no matter which of those LA teams he signs to.
Jerry Collins is only 32 years old.
So is there like a rule? Like he retired, was he under contract with anybody? If not, is he free to sign with anybody,
I thought he was still with the Pacers.
or does he have to wait like in the
I think he's
waivers?
still the Pacers.
Right, I'm assuming that he'll be placed on waivers.
Yeah.
Anybody know Underdog?
I'm looking up his contract right now from my little app here. Let me see. I think he's with the.
I thought he was a free agent.
Okay. If so, then that's just.
See, I figured, but if
And
he
he's
wasn't, I
LA
thought he
guy.
was with the Pacers.
And he's
Yeah,
LA guy, so he's
yeah.
coming home.
Yeah, he was
UCLA.
with the Pacers.
UCLA.
Yeah. Let me see. Signed. So looking at it, signed July 12, 2014. Collins signed a 3-year, $16 million deal with the
Oh, yeah,
Kings.
he out of that. That's,
Contract. Okay. Let me break it down here. Get through these ads. All right, 2 years, $20 million. 2019 free agent. He right now he's an unrestricted free agent. But last
Okay.
thing on here is the Pacers. Last 2 years, base salary $10 million.
I just wanted to be unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, he unrestricted free agent. Okay. But yeah, I think it's gonna be real interesting, man. A lot of teams need to make a lot of trades, so I think they need to go ahead and pull them triggers, man. Bulls need to make some moves. Spurs need to make some moves. Any other? I know you don't want to talk about the Spurs. It's all good.
I said I want to talk about the Bulls.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought you
Them
said.
too.
Bulls need to make a front office move.
Throw the
Fire
whole
Fire
franchise
Guys.
away, D.
Fire guy.
Throw the whole franchise away.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. I want to watch the Bulls and have some faith in them, but not right now. All right, any other trade rumors, signings, anything else?
Not just making
That's
them
it.
noise.
That's it. Okay, all right. Did y'all did Philly Valtile and then want to talk about college corner and anything cracking in the college? Philly Valtile.
What's the name starts this week? Conference play pretty much for
Yes,
everybody.
sir.
Conference play.
It ain't safe to be number one.
No.
Uh,
Unless you're Gonzaga.
Yeah, unless
I
you
do
go
think that
down.
Gonzaga will hold it the longest.
Because of their
Yeah, big conference.
Yeah, I mean, their biggest competition be like St. Mary.
And that's it.
So
Mark Few.
they'll probably hold it the longest.
Can't knock them for it. They do their thing though.
You know, per usual down in Durham, we got our sights on 6. So
Shout out Duke. I rock with Duke, man. I might have them beat my team. I like Virginia though. They like the Spurs of college.
So the Spurs of college. Cut it out.
they have them be my team. You got to be accepted into the brotherhood, man.
You're right. I rock with what y'all doing over there. Since FC want to be Popovich so bad.
Hey, so wait, so who's y'all like if we had the
Wow.
Pop out to be his
of
successor.
coaches, who's your top 4 coaches of all time?
Top for all time?
Yeah.
On both levels
No,
or
college.
College coach.
Who's the GOATs?
Who you say can't coach?
Dean,
Cal.
Roy,
He's
Coach
a Cal
K.
head coach.
And my
Boy.
fourth,
You gotta say his name. I know you better say his name.
Bobby Knight.
What? How you disrespectful, bro.
Mine, Cal,
The Wizard?
Cal, Dean Smith.
Cal.
Excuse me, Coach K. I hate Cal. Cal.
That's all I'm like, wait, what?
He just asked me about
Oh,
Cal.
I'm looking like, whoa, what?
Coach K, Dean Smith, Jim Boeheim, big fan,
I'm actually big fan.
big fan. And my last one would be,
Come
I
on.
ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have to go with I'm just
Come
gonna
on.
stay true to me, and it'll be Tom Izzo.
You ain't seen my board? Okay.
So no Roy, no Wizard.
What?
Who's the
Westbrook.
Wizard for you?
I think
Wooden?
Wooden is number
I
one.
can't
coach.
put Wooden, man.
Why
I've never
not?
seen Wooden coach.
Why not?
Phil seen him?
I've never
I
seen
haven't seen
him.
Cut it out.
That was in field.
Of course, I acknowledge all his accolades, but
Arguably, he has the number 1 and number 2 greatest college basketball players of all time.
Players, what he do?
He just win like 10 championships, national championships.
With the tallest nigga that ever played in the NCAA at one point, till it got to the point to where they took the dunk out of the game until he went to the
and then
NBA.
who's the next big
That's
thing
his
again?
fault, though.
What year was that?
That's not Alcindor's fault, but all Wooden did was stand there and reap the benefits of it.
And who did he get at
He
the
didn't
Yeah,
draw,
but
he didn't
listen.
draw up no game
No,
plans
check
for
this
them
out.
guys.
But he had to recruit him though.
And who did he get after
Oh
that?
man,
Who did he get
Did he
after
not
that?
have to recruit him?
that took all of what?
Nothing.
That took all of what?
He got him to come to the West
He could have
Coast.
went to Adolph Rupp's Kentucky.
But
team.
what does that have
But
to
you know
do with
Rupp
him
was
coaching
racist.
him though? Cal's a good recruiter. I think he sucks as a coach. He makes no in
To
game.
your point, the Coach Cal, he amazing
He's a
squad,
good
amazing
recruiter.
recruit, but he didn't do nothing, right?
And he's not an all-time great.
But Wooden, he did something. That's
His
the difference
players,
between him and
man,
Cal. So you
I feel you, but he's not on my list. He coached at a time when there wasn't a lot of competition.
and this is the Will Chamberlain thing.
My fourth man.
I
either
never
be-
said that.
The only
I never
player,
said, and
the
I
only
get it.
coach you can coach.
And I get that, but I got my opinion, and I'm
My
putting
fourth
it-
will either be Izzo or
Jim
Boeheim.
Boeheim though, like Jim Boeheim, really.
mastermind. It doesn't have anything to do with his teams.
That
He's
2-3
a
lasts this
mastermind.
long. You
Jim Boeheim
running the
is a
same
mastermind.
defense for over what 40, 50 years.
Jim Boeheim is a
And we're talking about
mastermind.
how many
Can you imagine what Jim Boeheim can do with some of the talent that these other schools have had that didn't win championships? Granted, it's a whiff, if a biff, but again, you asked me.
So
John
here's
Thompson
my
only
I
won
love
what,
Boeheim.
one.
I love Izzo.
here's my four.
K is the fucking GOAT without question.
Here's my
Don't
here's
even
my
debate
four.
it.
Here's my
The
four.
GOAT.
Wooden is number one.
Word,
Two is
word.
Coach K.
Is he the GOAT though?
Coach K number 2?
Coach K is number two.
Wooden's the GOAT?
Wooden's the GOAT. Wooden's the GOAT.
How many wins he got?
Oh.
He didn't coach as long as Coach K. Coach
Coached
K.
a long time.
But he got more natties than him.
School.
He got
Against
more
who?
natties.
Against who? A bunch of players that look like him.
Hey.
Same way, you know. But hey,
Hey, Lou Alcindor, hey, Lou
No
Alcindor,
game plan.
hey, White though.
he
no
had,
game
he had
plan.
John Walton.
No game- he
Bill
didn't have
Walton
to
too.
coach.
Bill Wall probably number two
He
greatest
didn't have
college
to
basketball
coach.
player of all time.
They were,
Over Pistol Pete.
he didn't have to coach.
It's arguable.
Speaking of
Oh.
It's arguable.
speaking of Lou
Pistol
Alcindor,
Pete might be number one all
But I
time.
got
He's
Wooden.
averaged 60 with no 3-point line.
Ooh, that's hard.
Pistol Pete might be all time.
Sidebar, I just wanted to Google this and see what the years were. So the NCAA outlawed the slam dunk
Yeah,
after the 1966 season when
And who
Lou
was-
Alcindor,
exactly.
Abdul-Jabbar, was averaging 29 points a game, almost 70% shooting. But then they had that ban up until 1976, 75, 76.
But that's because there was literally no one that could even remotely measure to stop that.
Can you look up his numbers between
Remotely.
the year that the last year he was able to do it and the year after? I guarantee that's when the skyhook came in the form.
Yeah.
Well, that's just a shout out to him to what I'm saying, getting a arguably the
Adjusted.
greatest move ever.
I'm surprised no one else ever tried to do that though. Like,
People have tried, but geez, it ain't gonna look like that. Curry 7-4. When he put his arm in the air to let that bitch go, it probably looked like 9-2. He just dropping that shit in there.
Bucket. That's all he's probably saying is hit
you
bucket.
just gotta hope that motherfucker just don't hit. There's nothing you can do about it.
Basically. So yeah, it's gone. I can't find his.
Corey, who's your top? Who's your four? Who's on your?
I had Dean, Coach K, Roy, and it was a toss up between Boeheim and Izzo.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Oh well, can't find it. All right, say that for next time. Anything else? Any other final thoughts from this Numbers Light episode?
Man, I appreciate seeing y'all again, man. For New Year's, you know, holidays, man. You know, this here, it's good stuff, man. Oh, this weekend, we got a couple of good games
what's
out in
coming
the
up?
Chicagoland area.
It's coming up.
Crush, you want to talk about it one time?
the Numbers Live coverage.
You know?
Facts. Let me pull it up right quick.
So we had Thornwood on Saturday.
Shout out to the DePaul team. I know they lost this past week, but they're balling.
To Miles
They are a March Madness team.
They lost
I
the
think
same
they are.
game?
Yeah, they lost.
Oh,
That
watching
deal,
it.
though.
In like the last 3 minutes.
I was watching it
It's
and then I left. It was close.
But their team, I think that they're probably the best Big East team. Granted, they lost to Seton Hall, but you know if they play
Seton Hall,
well,
I know, put
they're
they decent this year too.
Okay, DePaul solid. All right. You gotta get out to a game, man.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
Shout out, get the crew out to a Wintrust Arena game one of these days. You know, we do that. Yeah. Other than that, man, you know, Numbers Live, www.numberslive.net/store.
Listen, we got everything, man. We got hoodies, scullies,
It's gonna be cold out
ski
there. Man.
mask.
Yeah, you already
scarves,
know.
gloves, everything, man.
Ski mask on New Moscow.
So for a
You
little
gotta
minute, man, on Saturday, we are going to be able to Thornwood for a little minute. We're going to check out the young boys first. Prairie Hills. Prairie Hills.
Shout out Prairie Hill.
They won the 7th grade national championship last year.
Mm-hmm.
Boys in 8th grade now, they playing a team called Century 21.
Century
Who I hear is
21.
dope. High Park plays at 1:30. Shout out Icy Fam.
Shout out Icy Fam. See
Shout out
y'all.
Icy Fam.
See the young boys out there doing their thing.
You got Thornwood and Leo at 3:30, followed by Orr and TF South at 5:30. And the nightcap, Big Ace Wolf in Morgan Park against Hazelwood Central, excuse me, of St. Louis. This will be the second team from St. Louis that they done played this year. They played Caleb Love and the boys at Chicago League Classic.
Now we're talking about Morgan Park. I want to say one thing to Irv. Irv, I need you to run some plays down the stretch, some back strings, some cuts, something, man. We just can't do this one-on-one game, you know. I've seen down screens, all of that, man. It's like this one-on-one ball that you know, playing with Wolf and everything. You gotta accentuate. You gotta make the talent around, you know, better. And I feel like you got the talent to win the ship this year, win at least the city. And I think that sometimes that it just comes down to one-on-one ball, which it may work sometimes, it may not. But yeah, shout out to Morgan Park, shout out to, you know, Bloom, they balling.
Bloom balling, Bloom down in New Orleans right now.
Shout out to Thornton. No, it's not Thornton, but shout out to Thornton. They took down Bloom. They still undefeated.
Okay, Thornton.
They got a few studs out there.
The rematch on the 28th.
We'll be there watching.
We'll be it.
And yeah, it's a lot of good Chicagoland
We'll
basketball.
be on the floor. That's already verified, man. We on there.
You already know. Let's
So
get it.
Thornton or Bloom?
This one will be at Bloom, I believe.
Alright.
I think they played at Thornton earlier this season.
That's what's up. So yeah, Numbers Live will be in the building. Hey, let us know. You know, hit us on the gram at Numbers Live _. Hit us on Twitter, same handle. On Facebook, Numbers Live. Let us know if you want us to pull up on you. You know, cover your game. We out here. We're trying to lock down Chicago basketball, Chicagoland area basketball. So we got a lot coming up again. NumbersLive.net/store. Get your Perry, get your merch, all of that.
Get your highlight tapes if you need it.
Highlight tapes. You already know. Whatever you need, we got it. We can get it. We can get it. Get it while get it good. All right, for Numbers Live podcast, that's another episode of the books. We'll see y'all next time. Numbers Live. We
Yes,
out.
sir.
Can't you boys just say fire kid?
Man, I'm sick of these niggas, dog. I don't want to see this shit
Gary,
more.
Gary
I'm
will
fucking
not be
inbox
part of their
shit.
future.
Shit
Just say
get
he's
on my nerves,
fired.
bro. Like I fucking
He probably
hate that
has
shit, bro.
dinner with the
I'm
wives
tired
on
of these
Sunday.
niggas.
You gotta do
They
it
said
right
because
way.
they're so close. He's so close within the family.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to
I
outweigh.
didn't even know that shit. I didn't even know. That's how
He
they
been
got
around the organization since like '92, right?
Yeah.
They got dinner with the fam on Sunday.
They
You
said
gotta
they
do
had
it
like
right.
3 meetings with him already.
Right.
Hey man,
What does it take? You're fired.
they need to act like
Roach, you fired too.
college homeboys or something like that. One nigga who be wilding when the bitches come around like, hey, yo, you just can't come this time.
They would say.